so today I'm gonna do a DIY video for you, and I'm gonna show you how to make this growth chart. I really like it. It's really cheap to make. It was about $12 for me, but I had some of these supplies already, so maybe $15. Either way, it's really cheap to make, and it's something that you can bring along with you from house to house and use for more than one child. We have Jane's height right there recorded, and it's a really easy DIY project, so let's get started. Okay, so this is everything you will need, all the supplies. Most of the stuff I already had at home from doing other projects, so if you do a lot of DIY projects, you may have all this stuff too, or some of this stuff. So this project was actually really cheap to do. So this is the main item, is the board. This is a 1x6x6 board. You can do whatever size board you want, but obviously make it tall enough for measuring for however long you want to measure your kids for. And then we have frog tape to tape down where we'll paint the lines for each foot. And then we have white paint and a paintbrush to paint the lines and the numbers. I'm gonna stain my board, and so I have Minwax Wood Finish Dark Walnut 2716. I like the dark wood. Obviously you can do whatever stain you want, or no stain. And then I have a few foam brushes for the stain and some paper towels to wipe the stain off. I have a yardstick to measure for when I'm painting the lines on for each foot. And then I have sandpaper. I have 100 grit sandpaper as well as 220 grit sandpaper. I actually just sold my electric sander, so I'm going to do this by hand, but if you have an electric sander, that would work better than doing it by hand, and it'll be a lot faster. You need something to be able to hang this onto the wall. If you're going to lean it on the wall, that's fine too, but that's probably not very safe for little kids. I don't know if I'm going to use that or something else. And then I have a silver and gold paint pens to mark where the child is height-wise when we're done. I forgot one more thing, and it is a rag to wipe off after you sand it, because you don't want a bunch of sand still on the board when you go to put on your stain. So you wipe this down after that, after you sand it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is sand this whole board with this 100 grit sandpaper. It's going to be pretty hard without my electric sander, so I'm going to get going. I just obviously want to make this smooth so that the stain goes on well. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, sand it with this 220 grit sandpaper. I will admit that was really hard. I really wish I had my electric sander. So if you don't have one, I suggest buying one, especially if you're going to do some more DIY crafts in the future. Okay, so now after I sanded this board, I'm going to make sure like all these spots are nice and smooth so that the stain goes on nicely. I took this rag and I wet it halfway and then dried it. So I'm just going to get all the sawdust off of this board and then dry it off with this side. Okay, I'm going to show you guys on this side. I've already done this side and my battery died, so I'm going to show you guys what to do on this side. I didn't really want this to happen. I hope that it evens out like this, but it like leaked through, so hopefully it won't mess up. But if so, I can just use this as the back and this side as the front. So basically what you do is you just dip it in to the stain, and then long strokes. It looks really dark at first, but don't worry. Long strokes to evenly cover the whole board. And so after you get the whole board done, I wait like 1 or 2 minutes, and then you take a wad of paper towels and you start wiping it off. Make sure you wipe everything off that you can. Sometimes it takes more than one wad of paper towels. Okay, so I just wiped everything off, and now you just, if you like this color, you can, but I like it a little bit darker, so I'm just going to do a second coat exactly like the first coat. Okay, so here it is. I'm just gonna let it dry upright right now since both sides have stain on it. And I ended up doing 4 coats. After the 2 coats on each side, I still wanted it a little bit darker, so this is 4 coats here. In the morning when I see it after it's dried all night, I might want it 1 more shade darker, but I think it looks pretty good as it is right now. So I will see you guys tomorrow to finish this up. Okay, so this has now dried overnight and I have it inside so I can go ahead and paint the lines. What I did was, this is gonna stand up on the wall, obviously, and I'm not gonna have this bottom on the floor. So I went and I measured on my wall where I was gonna have this, and I'm gonna have it 6 inches off of the ground. So that means my first line for 1 foot needs to be 6 inches from the bottom. Obviously, if 1 foot is 12 inches, then it needs to be 6 inches from the bottom of this. So I went ahead and put my frog tape there, and I'm going to put a line there, and then I'm just going to continue to do that 12 inches up, do another line, 12 inches up, do another line until I get to the top. Okay, so now I have all of the feet lines done. I'm going for like the imperfect look. You can obviously make them more straight, or, you know, not so messy. I mean, they're not messy, but they're not perfect if you want. But, you know, just do this part however you feel like you want to do it. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the inch lines, and I'll tape this wood off, and then I will show you how I did that. Okay, I'm sure there's a lot easier way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it. This piece of tape is going to stop my line. I only want the inch lines to go over 1 inch into the board, and then the foot line to be all the way across. And then these are the lines to make my inch lines straight. Obviously, they're not going to be straight on the top, just on the bottom, but that allows it to not be crooked. So I will show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so this is how it turned out. This is just the first foot. Remember that I said I was going to start at 6 inches up, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 1 foot. So I'm going to continue to do these all the way up. It's probably going to take me forever, and then put the numbers on. Okay, so here it is finished. I went ahead, I did all the lines for the inches, and then I went ahead and just freehanded the letter or the numbers. You can obviously do them more professional if you want by printing out a number and using an X-Acto knife to make like a stencil, or you can do like a sponge numbers or whatever. But like I said before, I kind of wanted to make mine more imperfect looking, rustic, and I think it turned out pretty good. Let me see if I can get it all in one shot. So that's it, and I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up, and then I'll show you when it's complete. Okay, here it is in the hallway, hanging up. Like I said, I just made sure that it was exactly 6 inches from the floor, and then hung it up with just a little picture hanger, and I have the pen waiting up here to be used to mark where Jane is. And I just used, like I said, I used a picture hanger, and then at the bottom, since it was a little bit wobbly, I used the Velcro 3M Command strips, and used like 3 or 4 of those throughout the whole board so it's nice and sturdy so it won't fall. And then we hung it up, and we measured Jane. So we measured her on the 20th, and she is 2'7". So I really like how it turned out. I hope you guys did too. Let me know if you try it, or if you made one already, and how it turned out and what it looks like. I thought it would be fun to do like a bright colored one, or you know, make some designs, but I just stuck with the wood look, and I really like how it turned out, and I can't wait, and I'm glad that I did it this way so that when we move, we can bring it with us and always remember how tall she was on a certain dates. But thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up the video if you did, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.